offer. That's 800-25-OFFER.
I feel incredible because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
KFI AM 640.
iHeart radio station.
24-hour news. More stimulating talk.
For a better day.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app. Good morning. It's the Bill Handel Show on this Memorial Day. Bill recovering from back surgery. It feels like a return is imminent with him. So that's good, because everything I'm hearing is his surgery was good. He's recovering like nicely and properly, and if he just will stop being stubborn and do what he's told by the doctors, right?
That's the cute part.
He'll be back.
See, that's where our wild card is. Because anybody who knows Handel and has listened to him for 30 years knows that guy can't stand to be off work. He can't stand it. And to tell him, hey, you need to sit there and recover, it's got to be killing him.
Yeah. Well. Come on back, Bill. Hey, have you ever heard the Girls Athletic Leadership School?
No.
Okay, that's fair enough. I hadn't really heard of it before this controversy going on now with them, and they want to build a school facility. This is a college prep, I guess, charter type school for middle school girls. And look what they even did with their name. Girls Athletic Leadership School. GALS. So, in the last 5 years, they've had to move 3 times. You know, a lot of these charter schools, they don't have their own place. A lot of times they're on the campus of a public school and they have a certain amount of that school space for themselves. Like right now, GALS is on, I forgot what floor, but they're in Van Nuys in Panorama High School. I think they're on the 4th floor of Panorama High School. They have 230 students, and one of the issues is, yes, they have their own space, but they're still in a high school. These are middle school girls. So you got all these high school kids running around. Now, there have been no incidents. Apparently, the high school kids just ignore them, which can be equally cruel to any taunting, right? Like, taunting is one thing, it's pretty cruel, but just flat out pretending like you don't exist, that's not so nice either. But I'm saying, nothing bad has happened, except that a lot of the parents of the girls in the school just don't like it. They don't feel comfortable that every day their little girls going to school and surrounded by these much older kids. I understand that. So, they've wanted to have their own facility for a long, long time, and they found a spot. It's in Van Nuys. It's at, for people who know the Valley really well, 14203 West Valerio Street. And this would be a fantastic facility. They would have, the full panoply of what you have at a school, with the athletic field and the running track and something they're calling an educational garden. And obviously all the classrooms and the multi-purpose rooms and the conference rooms and a big outdoor patio and a pavilion for the kids to eat lunch, which is way better than a cafeteria. Did you have a cafeteria in your junior high or high school, or did you have some just like area outside?
Yeah, we had the cafeteria, and I don't know that anyone ever ate in it. We all went to the quad, the outdoor area.
Yeah. So, but you may not have had a quad space that was kind of meant to be the lunch spot.
Right.
Yeah, so the high school that I went to here in California, Dos Pueblos High School, there was no cafeteria, and it had this amphitheater thing. I mean, I'm sure it still does. This amphitheater in the middle of the campus where not only would that's where you would go and eat lunch, but sometimes you would have concerts.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Uh-huh. Oldies cover band Papa Do Run Run
Oh.
was a mainstay over there. And then we moved to West Virginia, and of course the weather, some of this has to do with weather.
Absolutely.
Right, you live somewhere where you have a real winter, you're not going to have a lot of outdoor hanging out space. So in Charleston, West Virginia, that high school was just a cafeteria. There was a little area outside where the smoker kids could smoke, but there wasn't really anywhere you'd want to go take your lunch. So here, anyway, they have this big lunch pavilion. I'm getting back now to the story of these girls in the school they want. So it sounds great, right? 23,000 square foot building. Problem. The neighbors do not want it. I mean, they do not want it. And petitions have been signed. Lawsuits are going to be filed. And their complaint, here's the thing though, because normally I'd be like, come on, let them have their school. It's a school. It's not a pot dispensary that they want to put in. It's not a strip club. It's not like an upholstery tanning factory with noxious fumes. But here's the problem. If what the residents are saying is true, and I've not been able to pull the planning proposal, okay, to verify this, but I will. But if what they're saying is true, there's only going to be 40 parking spaces on the site.
Oh.
What they're saying is, okay, this thing is going to dwarf all the houses, and it's going to ruin street parking. Not to mention, they say they're not set up to have the morning influx of cars and then the afternoon influx of cars, because they're also saying that there's nowhere on the site for all these cars to enter. So drop-offs are going to be on the street. If that's true, all right, and somebody already has the plans and wants to hit me to whether this is true or not, that's great. But if that's true, then I totally get it. Then I 100% get it. Because you've just ruined a neighborhood with traffic and parking problems. And here's why I bring it up. Because it wouldn't surprise me. Because this is a very popular thing to do now in LA with developing, is to underpark the developments. You can't make a lot of money from having enough parking. So virtually every developer that wants to develop anything tries to get away with less parking than the zoning normally requires. Almost every development comes with a request for a variance to have fewer parking spaces. And this I do know from experience, because when I was with the feds, we had an office in Studio City. And we would get notices all the time. Everybody would, not just us because we were special, but all the business tenants and everything. We'd get notices of these requests for variances for different developments that people were trying to do. And every single one of them, it'd be like, we want to build 160 apartments and we want to have 70 parking spaces. It's very common. So it wouldn't surprise me at all that you have the same thing going on here, because you want to maximize the land for other things. Now here I don't think it's profit. A lot of it's a profit motive. I don't think this is a profit motive. I think they have 1.2 acres to work with. They want to have a nice facility for these girls, which they should. So they're trying to maximize the use of that land. And they've been looking a long time for a suitable site. So I have a lot of sympathy for their struggle. But you know what? You're talking about a school that would add 100 students to the 230 they have now. You're talking about 300 to 330 students a day, plus all the staff and the faculty, and you have 40 parking spaces on there. I got it. I hope they can work something out. I wouldn't want them to lose the opportunity to have their own school, but also I wouldn't want those neighbors to have to put up with the way it would be if there's not enough parking. All right, let's get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee, and we'll continue. Here's the Bill Handel Show on KFI AM 640. live everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Britain says it'll make it easier for Afghans who worked with British troops to settle in the UK. Many Afghans who worked alongside the British troops are worried about their safety as foreign forces leave Afghanistan. A guy from the Bay Area says he's going to try and break a world record. He says he's going to take on a solo 2,400-mile kayaking journey from Sausalito in the Bay Area to Honolulu. And Colton now holds the title of Tree City USA. The Arbor Day Foundation awarded the city the designation over the weekend in recognition of its commitment to manage its urban forests. We've got a work zone on the 605 with Kfi in the sky. Next.
Attention!
Fox Animation has a whole new night of comedy. Starting tonight, the pets on Housebroken have issues.
I pooped in the house like a bad girl!
Lisa Kudrow stars in the series premiere of Housebroken, followed by a brand new episode of Amy Poehler, Ty Burrell, and Rashida Jones in Duncanville.
Thanks for coming. I love being famous.
It all starts tonight at 9 on Fox 11.
I love this city, and I love the people of it.
Good Day LA's Michaela Pereira.
And I know that at times it feels like this is going to be endless, but it's not. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We've gone through so much, but we did it. We got through it. Welcome back. Now let's keep going and see what we can become and create. Let's do it together.
Good Day LA, weekdays 4 to 10 on Fox 11.
It's Mattress Firm's best Memorial Day sale ever. For a limited time, save up to $500 on top-rated mattress brands like Sealy and Sleepy's. Plus, get a free adjustable base with your $6.99 mattress purchase.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny later today with highs mid-60s at the coast to the upper 80s inland. This report is brought to you by Mattress Firm. Let's check out your drive on the 605.
Northbound side in Irwindale, there is a work zone at Live Oak Avenue. The off-ramp there is shut down until mid-June due to K-rail installation. You can try taking Arrow Highway instead. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperwomanSuperlawyer.com. Jeff Bob with the list of things in Ventura.
Yeah, later today, boy, things are going to get real busy around beaches, that's for sure. But right now, things are looking good, really. Carpinteria, Ventura, everything into L.A. County, Point Magoo, all that's all looking good. There's one small problem, just if you're headed here. Now, this is Rice Avenue, in between Pleasant and the 34. There's a little bit of investigation going on there. And just in case you're thinking about this, I was worried about it myself, but paying my respects today, L.A. National Cemetery in Westwood, just off the 405, it's certainly open, but there'd be no official ceremonies, but it's going to, as a matter of fact, it's going to open just a few minutes, 8 o'clock until 4:30. So you can make a visit, and I'm sure you know about parking. It's a satellite position, so be careful. Injured in an accident, visit SuperwomanSuperlawyer.com. Jeff Bogg, AFI in the sky.
And heading westbound on the 10, leaving West Covina from Puente Avenue, your ride to your ride to the downtown is 20 minutes. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Soren Crum.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Looking to save money this year? Look at Allstate. You can get the protection you need at the low rate you want. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
If you're a homeowner, you know that sometimes you need a little help along the way. You need to repair the roof. You need to put in new flooring, whatever it happens to be. And you need that home loan, but you're a homeowner with multiple properties. Or maybe you're a homeowner who's self-employed. Or maybe you're a homeowner who doesn't have perfect credit. Well, you haven't called IntelliLoan to find out if they can help. Because right now, IntelliLoan is offering a fixed 1.99% rate in APR with no points and no lender fees. And they are offering it to homeowners with multiple properties, people who are self-employed, and homeowners who don't have perfect credit. And what's great about this, you don't have to feel like the home loan process is going to be daunting for you. They've got home loan specialists who are going to take your hand and walk you through the home loan process and make it as simple and smart for you as they can. So call IntelliLoan and ask about a 1.99% fixed rate and APR with no points and no lender fees. So call IntelliLoan today at 1-800-918-6200. That's 1-800-918-6200, or just go to IntelliLoan.com.
IntelliLoan. Claros, marked. Rate subject to change without notice. Minimum loan amount requirements apply. 50% LTV and 740 FICO score. Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. NMLS 3290. Loans made or arranged pursuant to a California Finance Lender's Law license number 6036970. Equal housing lender.
This Mental Health Minute is brought to you by Cal Hope. Visit calhope.org to learn more about caring for your mental well-being during the coronavirus outbreak. That's calhope.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris, California Surgeon General. COVID-19 has changed our lives. You may feel stressed, worried, lonely, or frustrated, and you're not alone. Here are some tips to help you manage stress and get through this period of uncertainty. Be aware of how much news you're consuming and consider taking breaks.